Hi guys, and welcome to this Kundalini energy transmission video. Let's connect to this quantum energy, healing energy, Kundalini energy, universal life force energy. I wish to continue today a discussion and an experiment so you can play with this. Because people like to say this energy, it can be used for dark or used for light, and dark is evil and light is good, and it's all about following the light. But if we're less dualistic, and bring things more into terms of yin and yang, and when we combine yin and yang, we create balance. When we combine male and female, we create balance. When I'm transmitting energy, I always try and transmit it in balance, part dark, part light, part masculine, part feminine. Today we're going to do an experiment for you to play with this. So I'm going to send what one would call dark energy, which is Shiva, which is male, yang, nothing to do with good or bad. And then I will transmit light, yin, female energy. Now after the dark, you might find it harder to notice the light because it is more gentle, it is more subtle. But I don't want to say any more than that. You just have to focus your energy more to be able to feel it. And so, once we start, see if you can tell the difference between the two. And comment on your experience about connecting to the two. Because we have to get rid of this dualistic way of thinking. Dark is evil, dark is bad. No. Even if you talk about, for example, in the world of magic, dark magic and light magic. Dark in magic originally comes from Kem or Heka, Egypt, the dark soil. Even people say, for example, voodoo is dark magic. Well, if you look historically at what voodoo was created for, voodoo was protection magic, and it was used to hide people from the slavers in Africa. So it was a protection magic. It's protection magic, dark magic. Is that bad? Anyway, start the experiment. So I'm going to start with the dark energy. Ready? Here we go. I'm concentrating here because there's only one. I have to separate them. Because I like to combine them, Shiva and the Shakti, to get the whole. This is just the dark. You feel that masculine yang energy. Okay. And now we're going to go with the light, feminine, yin energy. Ready? You feel that one? Does it feel different? Feel it slightly more gentle. Does not decrease. Say gentle is less. Gentle is not less. Gentle is just more gentle. Okay, now let's come back to mixing the two. Point of balance. Did you feel any difference between them? It's fine if you didn't. Go back, do it again with the two, practice them. In fact, let's go again. Let's do another one. So back to the darker, the masculine. Ready? Okay. And the lighter, yin, feminine. Okay. Okay, so there it is again. It takes a lot of concentration to separate the two. As I said, don't believe in dualism. Polarity is something different. As I said, polarity is 100 degrees heat, 100 degrees cold, and there are 200 degrees in between. Poles talks about scale. Dualistic is one or the other. There is no one or the other, there's always more. Just bringing it back into balance now. So I made this video to try and help you understand. Just grab the concept of dark and light energy is not good and bad. We could take it to left-hand path being the darker and right-hand path being the lighter. You really need to put it that way. Because the lighter energy is more gentle, it'll work more subtly, and the darker is more in your face. It can cause, for example, if you're doing a full session, it can cause more spontaneous kriyas and things, but not necessarily. So as I said, if you want to go again, just go again, those two little sessions, see if you can notice the difference between the two. And let's see if we can break down the barriers of always look for the light. Light is good. And even think about the emerald tablets in Thoth. I always find it funny. Thoth says, always look for the light, always look for the light, always look for the light. By the way, I'm going to the dark. You know. So people seem to miss that bit. People like to say, as I said, the dark is the evil, the dark is the pressure, the dark is... No. You can get people that use dark for good, and people that use light for bad. And even if you look at more religious contexts, the angels and the demons, or like the Christian thing. You've ever heard about wrath of angels? The wrath of angels? If angels are light, but there's wrath, well, that's negative, that's punishment, that's... And the demon can do good work too. If you think in those terms, if you're religiously programmed. So again, belief, context, ideologies are a dangerous thing. Break down those barriers. So hopefully now you've come back into balance with the light and the dark. And just make sure within your system you've got them balanced as well, not concentrating on one or the other. Because the dark, as I said, can be more powerful, it can energize you, which can be good. The light can also do that, obviously. One tends to be more intense. So I want to bring them into balance. If you enjoyed this little experiment, as I said, please leave a comment. Whether you managed to connect, whether you noticed one more than the other. It doesn't mean to say anything, it's just one is slightly more subtle than the other, and that's fine. It takes more work to feel it, but if you can't feel it, it doesn't mean to say it's not working. And it's why I suddenly decided to do the second round, because to move from dark to light, you can say, well, it's the harder one and then the softer one. Well, we then had the softer one to the dark, to the heavier one, to the lighter one again. So you can do that little comparison there too. Practice connecting to your darker energy and your lighter energy and bringing them into balance. Your Shiva and your Shakti, your Yin and your Yang. Most people are charged dualistically. So if we can bring the energies into balance, we can align our energies and get rid of the dualism, and hence raise the consciousness of the collective. Namaste.